got tired of construction going up and down, so I was looking for something that would be more stable. And we happened along this piece of property here. It was for sale at the time, 5 acres. And we decided we'd buy it, contingent that we could get the zoning to put something in that we could make money with, which was a mine tour and some buildings. Well, they wouldn't give us the zoning for if that's all we were gonna do. We had to use more of the property. So that's when we decided, well, we'll build a few buildings and rent them out, and we're gonna, put it where the old town was. But at the time we started buying a piece of property, we did not know that it actually sat here until we did all that research. That water tower over there is sitting on the original foundation. Those foundations were here when we built it. And it looks just like the other one, except that was a wooden tank, and we put a metal one in. Everybody wants me to go to the next level, and I don't want to make a tourist trap out of it. I want the history kept, I got a couple of sons, they wanted me to put roller coasters in and stuff, and I said, no, we're not doing that, And they say that at one point, Goldfield had a bigger population than the other towns in the area. And that was because of a gold rush happened. I mean, they had tents set up all over the place, and everybody thought they were gonna come out here and find gold. And that only lasted a short period of time, and then they left, because not everybody found it. I think there was only really 3 good producing mines out here. But there was prospect holes everywhere. They dug everywhere. And there was one article in the paper that said that during the summertime, they would find more values if everybody didn't dig their shaft under a shade tree. We were putting in a conduit under the railroad track down there so that I didn't have to have an overhead wire going over the track. I'm digging, and I'm on solid rock, scraping, just trying to get deep enough to put the conduit in. And all of a sudden, I got to the other side there, and I found a soft spot. So I go in, get another bucket, dump it on the pile, and there's a skull sitting on the top of the pile. Unbelievable. And I went, holy mackerel. And we didn't know what to do, So we called the sheriff and told him, and the sheriff came out, one guy, and we spent the rest of the day screening, digging real slow and easy, getting all the bones out. It was amazing because the sheriff later told me that we recovered, like 98% of the guy. They kept him for a year down at U of A, down in Tucson, and they did all this, whatever you call it, forensics and all that. And it was 80 to 100 years prior, by the patina in the bones and stuff. He was in a coffin. We got the knots from the coffin and a couple of Levi rivets. And so other than that, there wasn't much left, But we fought with the county, had to get a special use permit to be able to rebury him on our property, because at the time we did not own the property. That was a right-of-way that the BLM had given us for the train. And we eventually ended up buying that land from the BLM. But yeah, I wish that would have been the case. I could have put him back where he was, but we buried him by the train station down there, and we gave him a hell of a funeral.
Thank you for watching this episode of Mysteries of the Superstition Mountains.